Have you ever felt like time just slips away from you and you can't seem to keep up? Sometimes I find myself wishing I had more time in the day. I used to think that rushing and doing things as quickly as possible would help, but it only made me feel more exhausted, drained, and hopeless. That was until the yogis taught me one simple truth. We can't control time, but we can control how we experience it. It's not about how fast we move, but how we feel in each moment. In this class, we'll explore how to move through time with intention and presence, so you can stop feeling overwhelmed and burnt out. Come to your hands and knees, toes touching. Then exhale and sink your hips back towards your heels, and extend your arms forward. Allow your forehead to rest on the mat, creating a long line from your fingertips down to your sit bones. Allow your breaths to get slower and deeper with each round. In order to rewrite our concept of time, we have to understand that it is a construct. Everything we perceive is from one of three places: the past, the present, or the future. When our consciousness is in the past or the future, it is not in this moment right now. When you think about it, all we ever actually experience is the now, each moment unfolding one after the other. So our perception of time is highly influenced by our mental, emotional, and energetic state of being. When we feel rushed, living in preparation for the future, or fear of the past, time feels scarce. But when we're fully present, our experience of time expands. Notice how time feels right now, in this moment of stillness. Come to your knees or into a seated position for some breath work. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, focusing on filling your lungs completely all the way down to your sacral area in your lower stomach. Hold your breath at the top of the inhale for as long as is comfortable. Then exhale very, very slowly through your nose. Make your exhales longer than your inhales if you can. After exhaling, hold your breath out for as long as is comfortable before very slowly inhaling again. Make sure you're not holding it so long that you need to gasp for air. The purpose is to draw everything out and make it as slow as possible. Inhale, holding at the top. Exhaling very slowly and holding at the bottom. Notice the spaces between the breaths, the pause at the top of the inhale and the pause at the bottom of the exhale. Allow these pauses to expand and create a sense of timelessness. This is not necessarily meant to feel comfortable. Moving slowly goes directly against what our egos want to do. See how long you can rest in the discomfort. See how long you can draw out each moment, even through uncomfortable sensations. Take a last few rounds. Come onto your knees if you aren't already. Reach your arms forward so that your body is at a 45-degree angle. Root your left hand down into the mat. Inhale and slowly begin to lift your right arm up towards the sky, almost like you're moving in slow motion. On an exhale, begin to thread your right arm under your left armpit, as if you're moving through honey. Notice when your ego wants to rush into the pose, and when you do notice this, consciously choose to slow down even more. You should feel a gentle twist in your spine as you lower your right shoulder and cheek down to the mat. This slow, intentional movement requires trust. Let go of forcing and allow your body to move at its own pace. Remember, our life force doesn't come from us alone. When you really think about it, our energy actually comes from the universe, from the plants, the animals, the oxygen, the water. That is all part of this intricate web of ecosystems that keep us alive and moving. Each breath you take, every movement you make, is supplied by the endless life force of the universe. Continue with slow, deep breaths as you feel the stretch and subtle twist in your spine. Allow your life force energy to move through you very slowly with each breath, honoring it for all the intricate designs that had to happen for you to be here, breathing, moving in this moment. On an inhale, slowly unwind from the twist. Repeat on the other side. Very slowly bringing your left arm up, moving even slower than you want to. Just noticing what happens in your body, mind, and energy as you do slow down even further. Ground through the mat and notice with each breath how worthy you are just for sitting here. Not accomplishing anything, just being, just feeling whatever you feel. This is what we were made for. You are as worthy as you have ever been, and you are as worthy as you ever will be. Just as you rest in this simple pose, doing absolutely nothing. Your worth is not determined by how much you accomplish in a day. Constant busyness is often a way to avoid deeper feelings or issues of unworthiness. What feelings exist in you right now that you might have been avoiding? To feel is to heal. So allow these feelings to bubble up to the surface, to be transformed. Inhale and slowly come back up. Make your way into a comfortable seated position. Begin making very slow circles with your hips or your chest. as though you were very carefully and deliberately stirring a pot. Breathing in the delicious smells coming from the pot with deep inhales and exhales. As you move, become aware of the part of you that wants to rush and get things done. The part of you that just wants this class to be over. That's thinking about what you need to do next, or what's going to happen tomorrow. Where does this part of you live in your body? Place a hand there and just be with it. Now, feel the part of you that wants to lay down, maybe even sleep, hide, or escape. The part that just wants the world to stop so you can rest. Where does this part live in your body? Place your other hand there. As you inhale, spend a few moments fully feeling the place in you that wants to rush. Does it feel constricted, tight? Does it feel like buzzing? Is it warm or is it cold? On an exhale, shift your awareness to the part of you that wants to slow down or is happy slowing down. How does this place feel different? Spend a few minutes pendulating between these opposite sensations, taking a few breaths into the place of rush, and then a few breaths into the place of slowness. Just getting to know each, letting each express themselves and move through you. And when you're ready, start to come back into the room. Inhale and extend your legs out in front of you with your knees bent. Then exhale and bring the soles of your feet together, allowing your knees to fall open to the sides. Hold onto your feet or your ankles. Then slowly begin to hinge at your hips, folding forward, keeping your spine long and straight. Feeling short on time often stems from spending too much energy on things that don't truly matter to us. We can change how we experience time by changing what we spend our time on. What do you value most, deep down? Is it simplicity, beauty, peace, fun, connection, creativity, growth, humor, safety, learning and understanding? Which of these really stood out to you and spoke to your heart? How can you better arrange your time to respect these values, even if you can't change the actions themselves, the things that you have to do? How can you change the ways that you do these things throughout your day? Can you approach a task with presence, even in the mundane or the chaos? Can you turn something that doesn't align with your time values into something that does, by changing your perspective, by changing something small about it? Exhale, slowly release the pose and come to a comfortable seated position. Feel time moving around you as you just sit here. Notice the part of you that wants to think, rush, or takes you to the past or the future. And notice the part of you that is right here in this endless, unfolding moment in time. You can keep sitting in this timeless energy, or you can end your practice now. Remember that perception is everything. As you move through your life after this practice, remember to create boundaries around how you want to experience your time and what values your time is feeding. Create space to regularly feel your feelings. And remember that your worth cannot be measured by how you spend your time. It is inherent and it never changes. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this class, please remember to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments how you found this class and what classes you would like to see more of in the future. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.